Hello race fans, I'm James Dimmitt with Dimmitt Race Videos. If it's a Friday night, it means I'm out at the Grundy County Speedway. You should come out and join us some night too. It also means it's time for another episode of The Pit Stop. On this episode of The Pit Stop, we're joined by the driver of the 00 car in the Sportsman Division, Marqus Hoover. Marqus, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Good. Hey, tell me, how'd you get started in racing?
Well, when I was younger, I always wanted to race. Dad said no, don't have the money, it's a waste of money, don't do it. Had family that in different states that raced, couldn't do it. So I was 19 years old, graduated from Tech, went out, had a full-time job, bought my first car, started figure eight racing. Was helping a buddy in his four-cylinder circle track down in Fulton, Missouri, doing it with the figure eight car. I was having to build a new car every 2 to 3 races. We were destroying them. So I was like, this is stupid. I'm going to start four-cylinder racing. Built a car down there. Well, my wife now got a job offer up here. We ended up selling everything, moving up here. Lived up here for a year, bought another car, started racing at LaSalle Speedway.
You're having a pretty good season so far. You've got a couple of heat wins and a third place in one of the features.
Yeah, trying to keep it in top 5, if not top 3 every night. Goal this year, opening night. Told myself, finish, don't scratch it. We destroyed it. It was a bad night, all over a loose fitting. So,
what's different about this season from last season for you?
Keeping my head on my shoulders, listening to my spotter, not bonsaiing every corner, knowing when to make my move, trying to keep the nose on the car. And so far, we've, knock on wood, we've done it, just the rest of the car don't look like that.
What are some of the keys for you to go out and have a good race?
Top 5, top 3, bring her home in one piece. That way I'm working on setup, not fixing the car during the week. I mean, I work a normal 40-hour job. I got the best crew that can be in this class behind me. It's more fun being able to say, okay, let's change this, not replacing parts or whatever, and trying to fix the car through the whole week.
Now, I've noticed on the back of your car and several others, you have this JRR, Jeffy Rocket Racing. What do they do for you?
Jeff sets up all these cars. He's the one putting the screws to them, percentages, what springs he thinks in the car. The guy is a mastermind on setup. Like, he knows it. He's won championships. He's won a lot of races out here. Street stocks this division, even his late model. I mean, he has one of the fastest late models out here. The guy knows his stuff.
Were you a fan of racing when you were a kid?
Absolutely. Grew up watching dirt races, going to the local tracks. Capitol Speedway, then they opened Callaway Speedway right 3 miles down from my house on a gravel road. Grew up NASCAR, whole family big NASCAR fans. So, yes.
Who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
It was Richard Petty till he retired and everything. Loved the King, and then once he retired, it was Mark Martin from there on out.
Are you going to be doing any racing with the Mid-Am series?
I would love to at the end of the year. We'll see how everything goes. I'd love to go to Hawkeye. We're talking about taking my car up to La Crosse at the end of the year. I mean, those are 2 tracks I want to hit. Dells, Madison sometime, maybe talking next year, maybe take some time off. We were talking about this year running only a partial season. Made it out here every night. So,
over the off season, your family had some difficulties. Your youngest daughter wound up in the hospital.
Yep.
She had some pretty serious things going on. That was a pretty serious time for you, your wife, the rest of your family. How is Alexis doing now?
Alexis is doing great. I want to say she's made a 95 to 98% recovery. She's working on building up her leg muscle, her calf muscle actually, because it was in a brace for her since she's been out of the hospital 2 days before Christmas. So they just changed her brace out 2 weeks ago to help her with mobility in the calf to build the muscle back up. But it hasn't stopped her, hasn't slowed her down one bit.
Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Thin Mints, all the way. I mean, it's the only one. It's the only cookie worth eating.
I bought a box of Thin Mints and I ate the whole box. It didn't really help me as far as thinning, but I guess that works for some people. What did you want to be when you grew up?
I've always liked cars. I wanted to work on cars. I wanted to build race cars, and I'd love to do it in a higher place than where I'm at now, but I'm doing great. Me and Jeff, we work side by side with Jeffy Rocket Race Cars. I mean, it's fun, it's enjoyable. I'd love to make a career out of it. Maybe one day we will.
All right, last question for you. Have you ever gotten a ticket for speeding?
Never. Been pulled over a handful of times, but never got a ticket for it. I've had 2 tickets my whole life, noise violation and colliding with another vehicle.
Marqus, I want to thank you for taking the time to do the interview. Wish you good luck tonight. Fans, don't forget to come out and see us on Friday nights at the Grundy County Speedway. The schedule is available on GrundySpeedway.com. And don't forget to check out Dimmitt Race videos on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for watching.